and also better visibility, over 22 inches. I can say for two people like me, something like 29 inches, should be a little bit higher, 4 centimeters, the same engine. That's the view from the reversing camera, more space for my leg, and also I got better visibility. Which one to choose, Omoda 5 petrol or Jaecoo 5 petrol? At first glance, those cars looks completely different, but are they really? Under the bonnet, they share exactly the same petrol engines. While both vehicles belong to the same automotive group, they target completely different type of drivers. The Jaecoo is a car for an older gentleman who prefers the relaxed driving style. The Omoda looks more aggressive, but the reality is quite different. So, if you are planning to buy one of those cars, you should to watch this video to the end to make the right choice. So let me start from the Omoda. So the handle, you've got lots of space for your finger at the front and also at the back. Let's open the door. Let's take a look at the quality. So the upper part is made of soft material. Here is quite interesting panel which looks like a wood, but this is plastic. Handle and the panel for adjust your windows, doors and lock and unlock. Small pocket and I will say small, very short armrest and huge pocket on the bottom of the door. Let's take a look at the seat because they are more important parts, especially for the driver. Those both cars, I'm more than sure, has electric adjustment. So the side support, I would say, is quite soft. The seat also at the backrest, and the headrest is a one common part with the backrest. The handles are exactly the same, lots of space. Let's open the door. So here is the same story. The upper part is made of nice soft material. The armrest is a little bit wider, actually longer than in Omoda. Got bigger storage, panel to adjust your mirrors and windows, and the pocket at the bottom of the door is smaller than in Omoda. You've got also the electric adjustment. The difference is the headrest is a separate part from the backrest. The backrest has a little bit bigger side support and more tuft than Omoda, and also at the seat. So, and the huge difference between both cars, apart of the silhouette, is the interior. Why? First of all, so I'm 193 centimeters tall and the driver's seat now is on the lower position, but above my head I have only a little bit over 2 fingers. Honestly, I wish to get something more because I feel like the roof touching my head. If you are talking about the leg space, look at that, there is lots of space. The panel on the door are made of hard plastic, but finished with something like a soft material, something like, because you know what, this part is softer than that one and supposed to be in the other way. From this side, of course, we've got a huge medial tunnel, which I'm not a big fan of that. The side is finished with you can feel something like a 1 or maybe maximum 2 millimeters of foam. It's quite alright. Anyway, my feet is quite high there. Just look at that, guys. I've got lots of space and I'm not touching any hard plastic or hard part, this part of the middle tunnel. But so let's talk about the visibility quickly. So the camera now is on my eye level and that's what I see around myself. Look at the front. My visibility is a bit limited by this mirror because the line roof is on the lower level, and that's why this mirror just limited my visibility. And the visibility from the lower part of the mirror and lower part of the windscreen, it's only like that. The A-pillars from both sides, they're not wide, and that's huge benefit, so I like it. The side mirrors narrow, but I'm more than sure in Jaecoo is much better. So apart of that, so the steering wheel is quite soft. Okay, very pleasant in touch, has lots of piano black, which I hate. This part is nice and soft. You've got 2 screens on the front of you, which I will show you in the next few seconds. That's about the visibility and space in Omoda. But what is interesting, just take a look at the dimension. You've got exactly 20, almost 21 inches. That means 53 a little bit over 53 centimeters between the middle tunnel and the panel at the door. Also, the middle tunnel is split on the 2 levels. You've got huge storage below there. You've got another storage at the middle. This is like a cup holder. It's a third cup holder, which is finished with nice soft material, and you've got the standard too on this place, and few physical buttons, which is great, and also induction charger. Let me jump to Jaecoo. Alright guys, I'm inside the Jaecoo 5, and honestly, if you are tall driver, you should to choose Jaecoo 5. Why? First of all, so the driver seat now is on the lower position, and above my head, look at that guys, it's over 5 fingers. That's beautiful, amazing. As you notice, the line roof is shorter than in Omoda, and that's why this mirror is on the higher level. And look at that, this is my visibility between the lower part of the mirror and lower part of the windscreen. What does that mean? This car, Jaecoo 5, in my opinion, has the best visibility from all cars which I tested so far. And also in this car, I can see almost all bonnet at the front of me. So that's the difference. So let's talk about the A-pillars in Jaecoo. They're a little bit wider compared to Omoda, but also from my perspective, I cannot complain. Jaecoo has better visibility in the mirror compared to the Omoda. And also the dash is shorter than in Omoda. But anyway, look at the space for my leg, and my opinion, here you will find lots of space, actually more than in Omoda, because first of all, this panel at the door in Jaecoo is more flat. And let me find out how many centimeters or inches we had between the middle tunnel to the panel at the door. And look at that guys, that's 57 centimeters. That's mean over 22 inches. You will find more space in Jaecoo at the driver's seat, more space for your leg, more space about your head, and also better visibility. So if you are shorter, the Omoda 5 will be perfect choice for you, but if you are taller like me, the Jaecoo 5 is the winner. At the moment, let's take a look at the steering wheel, which is similar to Omoda. Unfortunately has more piano black, and I'm not fan of the piano black. By the way, the middle tunnel is completely different because you've got different screens. You've got only small screen at the front of you and huge screen at the central console. So you've got smaller storage below there. And Omoda, you've got the bigger one. So about the storage size, Omoda is the winner. Jaecoo, not really. Also, this side is made of hard plastic. But anyway, just keep in mind, you've got wider space for your legs, so that's mean I don't mind completely that hard plastic at the middle tunnel. Here we've got only storage, yeah, that's the storage. Here we've got induction charger and place for another phone, and that's the Jaecoo key, which looks much premium than in Omoda, and I like this design. Look at that guys. Okay, you've got 2 cup holders. You've got armrest with a funny design because the armrest is shorter for the passenger. You've got the longer part only for the driver, and the armrest is finished with a hard plastic and some rubber mat at the bottom. No, something like soft material. I like it. So you've got the sunroof, but this sunroof is a bigger than in Omoda. Omoda you've got only the small one. Maybe in the option you've got a different one, but here definitely this one is much bigger. Let me turn on the car and let's see what we can find in the infotainment system. So as you can see, you've got the only, I will say, small screen on the front of you, but from my perspective, I can say everything is fine, and you've got all necessary information. Both cars actually have similar menu, and you will find everything what you're looking for in this car without any problem. Okay, the second screen is huge. It's, I will say, more premium than the screen in the Omoda 5, and the menu also is, I will say, quite similar because, like I said before, those cars are from the same motor group, so there is no many difference. Sometimes the difference is only the graphic. Let's take a look once again at the seat, and let me know in the comment below if you prefer the headrest as a separate part or one common part with the backrest. So let's take a look now at the Omoda screen. And as you notice, the front screen is much bigger than in Jaecoo and is more visible, especially when you need the glasses. Like I need the glasses to driving and also for reading, and this one is better compared to the Jaecoo. The second one, I will say that's the standard in most of the cars. Yeah, you've got actually the same widget which you can find in Jaecoo. All is actually almost the same. The menu is almost the same. You got few drive modes like in Jaecoo, but how many storage you can find in both cars? Let's start from Omoda. So you've got small storage in the door. You've got one pocket standard, okay. You've got only one induction charger. You've got another small storage here. Also here, this one is bigger than in Jaecoo, and the storage at the front of the passenger, I will say, is in the average size, but the upper part you need to open on different way, and you've got huge LED light, and the mirror is quite big. And let's have a look how many storage you can find in Jaecoo 5. So first of all, by the way, look at that, you've got nice ambilight. Of course, I'm more than sure you've got the ambilights also. And Omoda, by the way, bigger storage with the handle at the door, smaller pocket at the lower part of the door. You've got compartment which is shorted, actually smaller than in Omoda. Also, this one is smaller. Completely different shape and size of the glove box, which is also smaller compared to the Omoda. The upper part, you've got the standard sun visor with only one LED light on the side, and the mirror is smaller than in Omoda. Here the same story. You've got lots of space for your fingers. So the upper part is made of hard plastic. That's also hard plastic, and handle. The armrest is actually quite long, I will say. Long storage and small pocket. So the rear seat has a huge armrest with two cup holders. Okay, it's almost flat, nicely designed. I will say for two people and maybe for some child. You've got one pocket, you've got one USB, you've got air vents, LED light, handle, one hook, another hook, and let me sit inside. And also you've got almost flat floor. So first of all, as you notice, so I had something like 4 fingers above my head, which is great. The space, I can say, for 2 people like me, and there will be not even space for one child. Okay, for 2 or 3 kids, small kids, it's fine, but without a baby seat. So let's talk about the room for my leg. Okay, I can sit like that for some short distance, will be fine. If the driver will be shorter, that will be much better. I will get much more room. But anyway, I've got, I can say, enough space for my feet. That's great. Let's take a look inside the Omoda. Okay, let's open the door. Let's check the quality. The upper part is actually this hard plastic, but it's covered by the fake leather. See, and it looks like soft. The armrest is shorter than in Jaecoo. Got huge and long storage, and also you got the pocket. You got 2 pocket. You got also air vents. You got 2 USB, one standard, one USB port C, and also that's the option for something extra. The floor is actually, I would say, the same, almost flat. The backrest seems to be more premium, in my opinion, anyway. Yeah, looking good. And you've got huge soft armrest with the 2 cup holders. Let me sit behind myself, and I will say it's the same story, guys. It's the same story. Look at that. I can close the door, and yes, I've got exactly the same space or room for my leg like in Jaecoo. The same space for my feet. Also, the design of the floor is exactly the same. And above my head, here is something like 2 fingers, so like at the front. So that's mean the headroom is better in Jaecoo 5 than in Omoda. You've got the hook, handle, another hook and handle and another on this side there, and also you've got the LED light at the middle, not at the side. And now let's take a look at the boot, because that's quite important in this kind of cars. First of all, you've got nice flat floor without any step in Jaecoo. Let's take a look in Omoda. In Omoda is a different story, and also it's like 2 levels. Let me find out if we can put, no, we can't put here anything. I would say this missing something here. Definitely it's missing. If we gonna find the second part of the floor, we will get also nice flat floor. But what is more important, especially for the dog owners, on Omoda there is something like 29 inches, that means 74 centimeters. In Jaecoo 31 inches and 79 centimeters. So that's mean the boot is higher at the Jaecoo, not in Omoda. Let's take a look at the door, because that's very important, especially for tall driver. So as you notice, the both doors are far away from the bumper, and I'm 193 centimeter tall, and I can say in this car I can touch the door. Should be a little bit higher, but it's impossible in most of the car with my height. And here is a little bit better, a bit better on, let's say, 1 inch or 1.5 inch. Apart of that, you got on the same place LED light. The side is finished with hard plastic. I don't like it. You've got 2 pockets at the side. In Omoda you don't have any pocket, and it's also finished with the hard plastic. Let's take a look how long is the boot. So Omoda 32 inches, that's mean 81 centimeters. Jaecoo 33 inches, that's mean 84 centimeters. And the boot is wide, 97 centimeters, that's mean 38 inches, and exactly the same in Omoda. So, and let's take a look how long is the boot with the seat area from the upper part of the backrest. But anyway, if you will get the second part of the floor, the boot will have flat floor. There's exactly 56 inches, that means 142 centimeters. And let's take a look at the Jaecoo. Yeah, the floor is flat. It will be the same in Omoda, but there is missing something. And here we've got 56.5 inches, that means 144 centimeters. So, and I can say the boots in both cars are almost the same. Let's take a look under the floor, what we can find here. Lots of room and space for the spare wheel. Well done, Jaecoo. What about the Omoda? Yes, the same. We can manage to put the spare wheel, which is for me more important than only the fixed things, the foam or whatever. And just let's take a look under the bonnet on the 2 cars, and as you notice, you would exactly, like I said before, the same engine, 1.6 T GDI petrol at the Omoda and also the Jaecoo. So all the same from, I would say, from the same factory. So that's the view from the reversing camera in Jaecoo. You've got beautiful view. You can see exactly the number plate of the car behind you. But honestly, this is not full HD. This is the standard in Chinese car. Most of the cameras are SD, but has great contrast. That's why you can see beautiful, or actually crispy picture. Okay, apart of that, you've got something like a 3D. Yeah, you can see or look at the car around, what is around the car. Also, that's the view straight to the front. That's the rear again. That's the rear again, and the side of of the car. That's the rear, right side, as you can see, front and the left side. Also you've got a few modes. That's the eco mode, normal and sport. Okay, let's take a look at reversing camera in this car. The quality is the same, because that's what you see on the almost all screen. You can see on the upper part of Jaecoo. And also you got the 3D. Okay, all around you can see what's around the car. You can, that's the front view. Sorry, that's the rear view, of course. That's the front view, which is very wide. Okay, that's the side view, and also you can check the view on that way. Plus you can see exactly what's at the front of the car and also at the rear of the car. So, and of course in both cars this line works together with the steering wheel. If I will have to choose one of those both cars today for myself, I will choose the Jaecoo 5. Why? First of all, the Jaecoo is actually for tall driver, and in Jaecoo I got more space for my leg, and also I got better visibility, and that's more important, what I'm looking for in the car. I love beautiful visibility. I don't like when this mirror covered my visibility or limited my visibility. If I will look at only at the interior, I will choose Omoda, because Omoda looks much better for me. It looks more premium. That's in my opinion. About the space at the back, I can say they are exactly the same. About the boot, exactly the same, but I prefer the boot from Omoda, because from the Jaecoo, sorry, because you got also the side pocket, but unfortunately the side of the boot is finished with the hard plastic. I don't like it. The visibility also in the side mirror is better in the Jaecoo. The camera and infotainment system I prefer in Jaecoo because of the huge screen at the middle. That's something much modern. The outside design, I can say the Omoda is winner. Let me know in the comment below what you think about it, what you think about my review. As usual, please subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. Take care of yourself and your four wheels, and see you next time.